Alright, everyone, welcome back to Ray Run After Dark. I've got another manga book for you here on the Icy Bookcase. Today, we've got The Demon Slayer, Volume 1. Now, before I go into this particular volume, I just want to remind you guys that I will be talking a little bit of spoilers. I'm going to try to capture the highlights of each chapter and my thoughts on the particular book. So, this is Volume 1. I'm going to read to you the excerpt from the back here. So we got in Tayasu era Japan, kind-hearted Chenjiro Kamadu makes a living selling charcoal, but his peaceful life is shattered when a demon slaughters his entire family. His little sister Nayusu is the only survivor, but she has been transformed into a demon herself. Genjiro sets out for a dangerous journey to find a way to return his sister to normal and destroy the demon who ruined his life. Learning to slay demons won't be easy, and Genjiro bravely knows where to start. Or, excuse me, not barely knows where to start. The surprise appearance of another boy named Gairu, who seems to know what's going on, might provide some answers, but only if Genjiro can stop Gairu from killing his sister first. So that is the introduction to Demon Slayer Volume 1. So it's got 7 chapters in here. We got chapter 1, which is Cruelty, chapter 2, The Stranger, chapter 3, The Return by Dawn Without Fail. Chapter 4 is Chenjiro's Journey Part 1, and then chapter 5 is Part 2. Chapter 6 is Mountain Hands, and chapter 7 is Spirits of the Deceased. So this particular book, we fall on this journey where we've got basically demons that are ravaging these towns. And we follow our main character, Chenjiro, that's this individual right here. And we follow his family a little bit, and then we got these demons that come in and basically slaughter the entire town. It's pretty graphic, pretty good. Definitely like the artwork on here. All manga books just have some really good art, and the story in this is really good as well. His sister, Naizuku, is effectively bitten by one of these demons and turns into a demon herself. But there's something interesting about this, that when another character that appears, another demon slayer, Gairu, comes in and notices that Naizuku, I apologize if I'm slaughtering these names, these all Japanese names, and I'm not the greatest when it comes to them. So I apologize if I'm butchering them ahead of time. But he notices that his sister is still protective of her brother, and that maybe there's a possibility that the sister can be saved, as we kind of read back here. But the Demon Slayer Gairu basically tells our main character Genjiro that go find this old gentleman and go seek him out. So our main character then goes and seeks out this individual that the Demon Slayer has requested him to go to. And now we introduce basically the mentor of this particular volume. And that is Sakonji. Again, I can't pronounce it. I'm just going to say the mentor for the rest of this. But so basically, we have this teacher essentially of the Demon Slayer group that basically trains up our main character, and that's basically for the next couple chapters here. The Return to the Return to Dawn Without Fail, and Tanjiro's Journey Part 1 and 2 is basically we get to see our hero fail and then start to get the training that he needs from an experienced mentor to basically become a nominated student to become a demon slayer. So we see him go through trials, and then at the end of the day, he's got to break a boulder. And in order to do that, he basically has to do it on his own. It's a great little... This volume is a great volume if you want to see a good character progression. Our main character actually struggles, and he has to learn through the trial by fire. And I really respect that. I love when a hero has to be trained, has to be mentored, has to be disciplined in order to become the person he needs to be to essentially save his sister. So it was a great trial to go through. And then in chapter 5, which was Tanjiro's Journey Part 2, we basically get the introduction of these two individuals, Sabito and Makomo, and they basically help him go the next step and to train. And eventually, he passes the test to break the rock. Now, once the rock is broken, we have our mentor that basically tells our main character, Genjiro, to go up to the mountainside. And I can't remember exactly what the name of the mountain was, but it's basically the final test in order to become a demon slayer. So we have all these individuals across the cities and towns of this particular area that go to this mountain to face the final trial. And this final trial is basically you gotta slaughter demons. And there's just one demon boss that our main character has to fight up against, and it's definitely strong. It tests him. All the other candidates to become a demon slayer, they've kind of failed, and we've got this antagonistic goop-like character, slug-like character. Very well drawn on, very unique, very antagonistic to the main character, and taunts our main character when it comes to the fighting and everything, saying that many have come and failed. You're not going to be any different, and it's really a good villain for this volume 1. And then it kind of ends on a little bit of cliffhanger if our main character is actually going to defeat this slug type monster, demon essentially. But yeah, it is a great story. It's what I anticipate from building a main character. Everything is peaceful, and then just when you think that everything is just peaceful, you got these demons that come in and just kill the entire village, and it's pretty something. You get so comfortable with his normal routine that now his world gets turned upside down, and now he has a mission. He wants to save his sister, essentially, try to find a cure, and he has to basically become a demon slayer to try to do that. So I can see why now this story is so popular. This definitely had me hooked. I finished this book in one day because I just sat down and just started reading. It had me engaged. It had me wanting more, and I can see why the movie did so good too. It's just a great story, something you don't see every day. But I would highly, highly, highly recommend Demon Slayer if you're looking into it, and if you can get your hands on the volumes of the copies, it's great. I'll give you a little bit of sample here of the art style here. So again, the faces look good, the little mask drawings, the action lines, and the dialogue's pretty good. So I'll read you a little bit of excerpt here. So we got our main character says, "Yes, very well. I will test you to see if you have what it takes to be a demon slayer, a swordsman. Shoulder your sister and follow me." So there you go. Alright, with that, guys, that is my quick review of Volume 1 of Demon Slayer. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.